All right, and welcome back to another episode of In Denial with your boy Nejay and Kiyan. It is, November 1st, 2023.
Yeah.
How you doing, Kiyan?
I got hacked.
You got hacked? What got hacked? Actually, before we talk about your hacking, today we have a special guest, one of my homies, Miss Tina.
Hi.
Yeah, there we go. See? Unlike somebody, Jalal, Tina actually likes to get close to the mic, so we'll have no trouble hearing her whatsoever.
Well, between those episodes, I feel like there's enough that, like, people don't remember that episode.
That's fair.
It was recent for us, not for them.
Yeah.
And I'm just really loud, so we good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Tina's one of the few people here that projects her voice.
That's what happens when you have to be a teacher.
Yep.
Ah, yeah.
We do love the learning experience. What do you think about children these days, Tina?
Oh, I love them.
Yeah?
They're crazy as fuck, but I love them.
See? That makes sense.
Aw,
That makes
that's
sense. See?
awesome.
Alright. Hit me with that first story, Kiyan. Let's hear it. I don't want to... I know what it's going to be.
Okay?
I think I know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
From the title that you told me.
Yeah.
Go for it. Just say the title first.
Well, it's weird because this title doesn't really explain it that much.
Okay. So what title would you give it?
I would say shit testing. Should you do it?
What do you think?
I think it's dumb.
You think it's dumb?
I think it's dumb.
Okay, but like for people who don't know what it is, I think you should be able to
We should
explain it.
probably
Yeah.
explain
Because
it.
I didn't know what it was myself.
That's
Yeah.
true. Okay. So shit testing is when you basically check someone, either someone that you're interested in or someone that you're in a relationship with, to see if they're actually, like, down for you.
But it's a very stupid way of going about it.
Yes, it is. I agree.
So wait, does it have to be like a pre-relationship status?
It could be both. It could be
Okay.
pre-relationship status or during the relationship status. I have definitely seen both. I would say an example of in the relationship would be like telling one of your friends to try to get them into one of the partners to see whether or not they would jump the gun. Or like their sister or their brother
like,
or whatever.
If it's, let's say if we take a heterosexual example, a guy-girl,
Yes.
and the girl gets one of her girlfriends to like flirt with him.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And see if he falls for
Yeah,
it.
That's
or what
yeah.
he...
Yeah,
okay.
that's
okay.
the shit
Shit
test.
testing,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the shit testing.
Okay.
I have seen that go wrong so quick. So quick.
In what way? He just folds?
No, he doesn't fold. not instant fold. It was
Like,
the opposite.
thank God.
It was. I've been gunning for you this whole time.
the entire time.
No. It was the opposite where he didn't, and then he confronted her on it,
Yeah.
and she was just like, "Yeah, I did shit test you,"
Mhm.
and he was like, "All right,
Ooh,
bet
we're done."
Yeah, basically.
Oh.
So if she had just not shit tested him,
Yeah.
I think it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But because she shit tested him,
Mhm.
now she doesn't.
Thanks for not trusting me.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I find, okay, I don't know how often it happens now.
Yeah.
But like definitely,
Every
like,
now and then I hear
yeah?
about it, yeah.
I can definitely see that like happening before.
Yes.
A lot of like...
Now, here's my thing about doing it beforehand. I still think it's kind of dumb because it's kind of in the sense of, like, just communicate. Like,
Yeah.
that, like instead of
That's
shit
simple.
testing, just communicate.
Yeah.
However, I can understand it a little bit better because you're basically trying to see, like, oh, can this person, quote-unquote, handle me?
Yeah.
And for that, I would be like, communicating that would be just way
But see, that's the problem, and that goes back to something we've talked about before. It's like people don't know how to communicate in this day and
No
age.
one knows.
Yeah.
We
I
have
feel like
reached,
mostly all of our episodes are just like, hey man, you should just
You should
communicate.
communicate.
You should just
we
tell
have
them
reached
this.
a point in society where we don't know how to communicate, and like literally, like, okay, it's one thing because I do it where, you know, you send memes to your friends or some shit, right? That's just being stupid or like, haha, get a laugh out of it.
But that's different though.
That's what I'm saying.
I
It's
feel like
different.
a lot of my friendships.
Yeah.
It's a love language
Yeah.
at this point.
Memes
But-
sending is so...
But
It is.
the thing is, we've gotten to a point where there are people that cannot articulate what they're trying to say, and that's the only way they know how. Like, they cannot.
Facts.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm feeling, like, overwhelmed. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling that. Let me
emotions.
just... Yeah, emotions! What's the one with the little... I don't know, it's a character from something. The dog, and, like, the house is on fire.
This is fine.
This
meme?
is fine.
Yeah. And it's like, haha, this is me. And it's like, you've gotten to a point where it's like, we literally can't put into words what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that bleeds into all aspects of your life.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Like, I know people are just like, they talk about something traumatic as fuck, and then they just laugh about it.
Yeah, it's like, but ha ha ha.
Isn't that funny?
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not suffering.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's like, process your fucking trauma.
Yeah.
But people don't know how to do that.
Therapy, what's that?
Yeah. It's like memes. Memes are my therapy.
Yeah.
But I find, like, if we're talking about, what is it, shit testing or whatever,
Shit testing, yeah.
it's like, that's what it is. It's like a lack of communication. And, like, at some point, I guess, like, that level of trust, too, right?
Yeah.
But, like, let's say you're checking someone, and then it's like, you're not in a relationship or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, if you just communicated... But I'm gonna fuck around and play games, because that's what we do.
That's
how it is these days.
And then just stay single forever.
Do you find, okay, because when you guys brought that up earlier, what I was thinking of, and I'm like, I don't know if this qualifies as shit testing.
Right.
Because I know that I've done this, because I'm thinking about the shit testing, I'm not really sure.
I feel like some people do subconsciously.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure if I've done that, but what I do remember doing is with, like, an ex of mine, like, 2 years ago, or, no, I mean, sorry, 2 relationships ago.
Oh, okay.
In the beginning, and I was super young, like, late teens, early 20s, and, like, he would do anything for me, and so,
anything.
Yeah, anything. And it was, like, kind of that, that, like, princess treatment, right?
It's that puppy love.
Yeah, the puppy
It's
love.
the puppy love.
We were fucking young.
Yep.
And so,
First relationship for him, I'm assuming.
Maybe.
Yep,
And so then
there
it
you
was
go.
like, it was we're gonna get married and, like, blah, blah, blah.
A tale as old as time.
Oh,
Classic
God.
high school relationship.
And so then it was, like, the princess treatment. And now I'll say, like, anything I wanted, he would get for me.
Mm-hmm.
And because I knew he would do that, I'd be acting up. And, like... be like, I want that, and I want
what's
that.
your limit here?
Yeah, so, like, do you think that kind of falls under that, or no? Is that a whole different thing?
I would say part shit testing, but mostly just shit.
Yeah.
Just shit. Because I would say, in a sense, yes, it is shit testing, but, like, it was an ongoing thing, so there wasn't actually, it's not like a test. It's not like a one singular thing. It was, unless you were constantly shit testing it to be like, hey, like, how much will you do for me?
Keep you on your fucking toes.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, oh, he's just there like, oh, this is too much. It'll get to a point where it's a breaking point.
Yeah.
And I feel like there are some relationships where, like, one side of the couple does that, and, like, they keep pushing that person's buttons until it finally gets to a breaking point, and then they're like, wait, but what do you mean we're breaking up?
Yeah. But then, again, now that I'm older and have matured, it's really one of those things, again, goes back to communicating.
Yeah.
It's like, if one person was able to communicate and be like, yo, like, I'm setting up boundaries because I'm going to be 100% honest with you, it got to the point where I was like, because I knew that I would get what I wanted, it wasn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, well.
Yeah, I feel like I've talked about this too, like, when a relationship is just too simple.
Yeah.
Or, like, it's just, like, too straightforward, like, it's all, like, sunshine and rainbows. You need a little bit of spice.
A little bit of spice, but that little bit of spice comes in different ways.
Yeah.
Everyone
for
has
sure.
And it can get dangerous. It can become a lot of spice.
Yeah. Don't add too much spice if you can't handle the spice.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
And I think, again, it goes to the point where, like, you grow up, you fucking mature and shit, and it's, like, a healthy relationship, You're two different people, and, like, it's okay to have your healthy boundaries.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So what was the story again?
Part of the story. Okay, so I believe this one is, like, in the relationship. Like, they're already in the relationship.
Okay.
Very far in the relationship.
Oh.
So my 26 male, fiance, 25 female, told me she doesn't want to have sex anymore leading up to the wedding.
Nani?
Yeah. So my fiance told me she doesn't want to have sex anymore leading up to the wedding. We got married. We're getting married in 4 months. This was 2 months ago. We've been together for 6 years. Legal.
Legal, yes. Age-wise, legal.
Age-wise legal.
Yes.
I've tried other things to reconnect after a stressful day, hug her, kiss her, or just hold her.
Yeah, physical touch is always hidden.
She pushes away every attempt.
What?
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish. No, finish. I want to hear the whole thing.
Let him cook. I've been hurt by it, confused, and wondering why she would be doing this. The sex thing, I asked her if it was to make the wedding night more memorable, because that's the thing to do. She said no. Today I found out it's some sort of love language test. All I've gathered is it's catered to couples who one of them have the physical touch love language, and the other does not at all. I know physical touch isn't one of her primaries, but she just showed me her test results and it's 0%. The test is this. Don't tell your partner you're doing it. Don't have sex with them. Don't let them touch you. Don't let them express their physical touch love language, and see if they find other ways to show their love. Anybody come across this quote-unquote test? I'm big on communication. So this blind test...
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's big on communication.
He's big on communication.
Okay.
Because he's trying to figure out, what do you want? What can I do?
Because if all of a sudden your partner...
Is the story done?
No. Keep going.
I need to, like...
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm
so confused right now.
I know, I had two things.
Alright, so this blind test took me by surprise. All kinds of thoughts are running through my head, and I just would like some sort of advice or how to pass this test thing. Her number one love language on this website is my 0%.
Which is?
And my... Yeah, I don't think it said.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would assume... No.
It's not done.
Oh, okay.
We need to finish.
Jesus. Oh my lord. Stop edging me.
I see a lot of comments just saying leave her, etc.
Well, yeah! But sorry, go on.
I was finally able to share my feelings with her on the subject. Update below. Once I found out it was a test, I asked her what made her want to do this test. It hurts me, confuses me, and makes me think you want nothing to do with me. I don't know why you did this, and you won't communicate. It's so my mind is scrambling to figure out what went wrong. Did I do something? This guy's English is horrible, by the way.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
You should have given the teacher to read it.
Yeah.
You should have given the teacher to read it. I can make sense of anything.
Oh, that's true.
Damn it, too late. Next one. The conversation goes like this. Well, it's more of an exercise, and it has nothing to do with you. I've been wanting to do this before you were even in the picture.
What the fuck?
Who made this test exercise experiment? Are they married? How many couples have gone through this? Are they still together? Yes, there have been multiple studies, and most men actually appreciate it in the long run. I don't know why it's bothering you so much. If sex is the only reason you're with me, then we have a huge problem. No, babe, it's not the only reason I'm with you, but it is a major, major thing in every single relationship. Sexless marriage don't last. But it's not even about the sex now. It's about you not communicating this to me. Not talking about it to see if I thought it was a good idea.
Yep.
Nothing.
Yep.
Well, that's the whole point of the exercise. The guy doesn't know about it.
No.
And I don't want to come to you about everything I want to do. You don't control me.
Oh my god. All of the fucking red flags? Oh my... okay.
Of course I don't control you. We are two different people, but we are a couple. And couples need to communicate these things with each other. Sometimes like, hey babe, I kind of want to try this. What do you think?
Oh my god.
Goes a long fucking way. Well, I just feel like you use me for sex since that's all you care about. Go play video games or something. I'm done talking about it. I said fine, I'll go play video games.
What is going on?
She then starts crying, asking seriously why. You've been with me for 6 years. You should know better by now. I don't remember all the in-between, but last night essentially ended with me asking her how I can make her feel loved.
Oh god.
Because apparently she's been sacrificing what she needs, but I didn't ever know. All 6 years have been great, only a few fights, and about stupid shit we always make up after. Never go to bed angry, etc. Up till now. I thought we had a pretty fucking solid relationship. She ended up crying a lot and wanted me to comfort her somehow. So all I know how to do is just hold her. So I did that, it worked, but now I'm even more confused. That's the end of
Why didn't she give up on the test? Because she let him hold him.
Yeah.
Let him hold her.
I have so much to say.
I don't know what to say. I'm so... Wait, first, before this, can we drink this? I've been shaking it the entire time. This episode...
That was a rambling you heard, like, partway through.
Yeah, fucking... This episode is not sponsored by Tequila Rose, but we're going to be drinking some Tequila Rose, because fuck me,
there is a part 2, by the way.
Jesus! Do I want to read it?
So it's a part 2 that I saw
part
first.
2?
Yeah.
That was so fucking long! Jesus!
But yeah, no, I want what you guys are having on your minds before we
I need
jump
to
into
drink
part
this.
2?
Yeah,
I don't think I can.
Alright,
I don't
cheers,
think.
cheers, cheers,
Cheers.
Oh, you just chugged the whole thing. Okay.
Okay.
I really needed it. Oh wow.
I need to look at this because I have so many parts to say. Because I'm
Let me jump back to the part 1 then.
Oh.
Because what the hell?
I agree.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, you go first. I'm gonna.
Well, first of all, I don't care what your love language is.
Mm-hmm.
If you and your partner both know what each other's love language is, and you start withholding it from them,
on purpose,
on purpose, without telling them for no good reason,
just
you're a shitty person.
The test told her to.
Yeah, the test told you to. Like, what the fuck?
Well, the internet tells you to do things. So
Yeah,
of
you
course, you have to
Of
do
course
it.
you
Yeah.
Because, like, if I knew that my partner's fucking highest love language was acts of service, I just stopped doing shit. Out of nowhere, just stopped doing shit for her, right? Just absolutely pause that.
Yeah.
Do you not think for a second she'd be like, okay, what the fuck is going on? I'm so confused right now.
Like what kind of test is this?
I
It doesn't
don't-
make sense.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, like, it's whether it actually is out there or not. Like this,
It's true. Oh,
this
it definitely
test
is.
or whatever.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
This bitch is just using this as an excuse.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right.
100%.
That's what it sounds like.
Like, as an excuse, an alibi to get away from, obviously, something she didn't enjoy already.
Yeah.
Okay? So, like, you were talking about, okay, like, withholding sex or whatever. What was it, before the marriage? And so she was, like, doing this test. Like, immediately, that's why when you were reading it, I was like, immediately the first thing I thought of was myself. And I was like, yeah, for the relationship that I got out of last year, it was like, it got to the point where it was like, his physical touch,
Yeah.
because physical touch is my number one love language.
I feel like it's for a lot of people.
For a lot of people who are just not touched as a child, in the good way, sorry.
In the healthy,
environment,
appropriate, loving family way.
not in the Christian church way.
Oh my god.
I'm talking about, like, getting hugs as a
Yes.
child, getting, like,
Being
Love
told
and
I love you.
attention.
yeah, you know, the things that, you know, normal kids are supposed to get. You didn't get that as a kid, so now you crave the fuck
Yeah.
out of it as an adult. That's
Shout
what it
out to all the Asians out there.
yes, sir. Gang.
So, like, as a person whose number one love language is physical touch,
Yes.
it got to the point where literally his touch, his
Yeah.
embrace, it would, like,
It
physically,
disgusted you?
I
Yeah.
was, like, physically, like,
You.
no,
Yeah.
don't touch me.
Yeah.
Right? And that obviously stems from something that has nothing to do with sex.
Yeah.
Or like it wasn't physical intimacy. Like
Mhm.
that was just the end result. It was a lack of all the other shit.
All that shit.
The
yeah.
physical, the psychological, the emotional
Mhm.
intimacy that had obviously broke down over
Yeah.
the last, like, however many years of our relationship. So then obviously it playing out through the physical touch, it was like, no, my brain was just like, no,
None of
don't
this.
touch me.
Yeah, I feel like for a healthy relationship, you kind of like need all of them. That's what
yeah,
they say.
Yeah.
But realistically, I don't feel like everyone has all of them.
I would argue that in a healthy relationship, you would have all of them.
Ideally, yes.
You would have all of them, right? Because, like, if you're knocking through the list, physical touch,
Mm-hmm.
that one obvious enough, right?
Acts of service.
Acts of service,
Quality time.
quality time,
Yeah.
Gift giving.
gift giving,
And, the fuck is
acts
that?
of service.
No, we already said-
words of affirmation.
Yes.
Words of affirmation,
Yes.
These all five of these things are not difficult to do.
Mhm.
I feel like some people have a negative connotation about some of them.
Because of personal experiences and
Yeah.
the way they've grown up.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
hear me out. Like, physical touch, simple, physical intimacy. Doesn't necessarily need to be sex.
No, it doesn't.
No, but just physical intimacy.
Yeah.
Second thing, quality time. Just as self-explanatory. You are spending time
You
with them.
want to spend time.
You
with them.
want to spend time with them, and
And
that
it's
time
not
is
like a fucking chore.
Yeah.
To be like,
Yeah,
oh
like,
my
oh.
god.
Oh,
We already
see
hung
my
out
girl.
last week.
Oh, I have
my
to see you
God.
again.
It's date night again.
Oh.
Oh, you planned something? Third thing, words of affirmation. What? How could you not?
Like, sometimes it's just a simple good morning, good night for some people.
For some people. For other people, it's just shower them with compliments every now and then. Hey, you look good. Hey, I like your outfit.
Yeah. And I think people don't understand the weight of their words.
Yes.
Again, that ties in what we were just talking about. Culture. Asian culture.
Yeah.
Fucking, as a kid, I did everything I could because I was that overachiever.
Because you wanted
right?
the words of affirmation.
Because I wanted my parents to be like, oh my god, I'm so proud of you, or like, good job, which I never fucking got. And so, like, yeah, that's definitely why I am the way I am now, right? And fucking physical touch and words of affirmation are like my literally. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, you are a prime example of failed parenting.
Yes. It's the Asians.
I don't know if I have to cut that. Is that racist?
Hey.
She said it. I guess it's okay. Yeah, she said
I'm
it.
technically Asian too.
I mean,
I approve.
We're all Asian.
You're also Asian,
Oh,
yeah.
God. Oh no. Okay, but
we're stating facts.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But the last two, just as easy. Acts of service. You just do stuff here and there. If you don't want to do stuff for your partner, just out of
why the fuck are you with them?
Why are you with them? And then what was the last one? Gift giving. When I think a lot of people, I think gift giving is the one with the most negative connotation behind it.
Because the idea is like
oh, they're a gold digger. Or like they're materialistic.
It's materialistic.
But that's not necessarily true. In my eyes, gift giving is you like to give gifts, but like those gifts have meaning behind them. It's not just a monetary value. It is the thought behind the gift.
Yes.
It's not necessarily even gifts that you're buying, things that you're making.
Yes.
Things that, again, like you said, we're like, oh, I was walking around town or I was walking in the mall and I saw this and I thought you'd love it. Like, it's those little things. Sure, it's materialistic, but there is an emotional, sentimental value behind those materialistic things.
That's in terms of, and then there's maybe not a difference, but you can see that maybe some people's the way they show their love and the way they like to receive love
is different,
right?
Yeah.
So while I don't necessarily need my partner or whoever to buy me gifts, gift giving is my number one love language.
Okay.
Like all of my friends will attest to the fact that like I will buy things, and I understand that money doesn't buy love. I know that.
No,
and
but it buys stuff.
Yeah, and it kind of comes from that idea, like you said, it's the sentiment behind it, right?
Yes.
It's like I literally have like a log in my brain every time my friends, anybody, my sisters, my friends, family, whoever, when they make a comment in passing to be like, oh my god, like I really wish I had this or that. Yeah. Like I log it in my brain.
You're just like, cool. Oh, I bet.
Birthday present incoming.
Exactly.
That's man, I really wish my student loans were paid off.
Yeah. Right? And it's shit like that, right? Be like, oh my god, this person really likes this artist or like so and so whatever, right? It's like it's the sentiment, like you said, behind it. It's not the fact that like I just use my money to buy gifts. Yeah. Right? But it's like to see their reaction. Yeah. Right?
Because I think I agree with you on that one, where it's like the gift I'm not getting for the simple fact of getting you a gift.
Right.
I'm getting you the gift so I can see that look on your face when you fucking open it up and you're like, yeah, you like that shit, don't you?
Yeah.
You like that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, it puts a smile on your face, don't it?
Like just the other week with the hat.
With the hat. Oh my god, I fucking love that hat. I wish I had it on me. It's in my car right now.
It's also in my car.
So yeah, if you guys have been seeing my Instagram post, Kiyan got me this hat.
I think we mentioned it the last episode as well.
Well, I'm mentioning it again.
Thank you.
Because there was an episode that we recorded before my birthday, and we were talking about the difference between fuck buddies and friends with benefits. Yeah. And one of the things that I said was dick is given, dick is taken, dick is gone. And then we were just like, yo, that shit goes hard. We should put it on some article of clothing. Yeah. And he got it on a hat and he gave it to me, and I was so fucking happy. He got himself one and he made one. I completely forgot about it, and he was playing the episode while he was giving it to me, and I was like, oh my fucking god.
See, like an example of like the gift giving, right? Like, and again, my friends, my sisters. So my sister, I don't know, like 2-3 weeks ago, she had mentioned in passing, she's like, oh my god, like Coach is having a sale or whatever, like outlet.
Okay.
And she's like, oh my god, I really wish I had this bag. And obviously in my head, I'm like, okay, mental note. Okay. And I'm like, oh yeah, what does it look like? So she shows it to me. And it's just like this little, like, it's a little, like...
Is this your middle sister? Or
yeah,
sister?
Oh, Emily.
Emily. Oh, okay.
And so then she shows me, it's like a cute little heart, right? It's like a little, like a bucket bag. and it has like a crossbody strap or whatever. And she's like, yeah, like I really want it, but like obviously money. And she's like, it comes in black and red, and I'm like, I really wish I had both of them, right? I'm like, well, Emily, you should really, yeah. I'm like,
you should save your money.
Yeah, that's what I told her. I'm like,
for the future. In the meanwhile, you're just shelling
but
out
also,
dollar
which
bills.
one?
You're
Yeah.
Which color would you like more?
Yeah, so that's like
you should pick the one you like more, and then you should wait for the other one. 1, 2, 3,
yeah,
4.
literally, that's what I was doing, right? Guys, I fucking ordered it that night, and I was like in bed, and I'm looking through it, red or black, red or black, red or black, and then I was like, okay, when I was talking to her, I told her, I'm like, black goes with everything, right?
Oh, you're such a fucking
Yeah.
manipulator of the
Yeah.
years.
I do it for love. And so then I told her, I'm like, yeah.
For the heart shape. That was
And I told her, I'm like, yeah, black goes with everything. And so then I thought to myself, black or red? And then I'm like, I bought her a black Michael Kors bag already.
Oh.
Okay? I'm like, she already has a couple black bags. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll do the red. I bought the red. And like maybe last week or some shit, I'm at school. She sends me a text message. She's like, how did we order something from, like, both of us order something from the same place? At that point, I legit had forgotten I bought the bag.
Oh my god.
And then she, like, sends me a fucking picture and, like, the package for me and her to our address, both from Coach. And I'm like, fuck.
Oh no. Yes.
So motherfucker, she went and bought herself it. And then so I'm like, oh, like, that's weird. I don't even remember what the fuck I bought. Which I legit didn't for a bit. And then she opens it up and hers is the black one. I'm like, thank fucking God. And I'm like,
that, you got both.
and I was like, huh.
It's almost like you told her to get it.
And then I was like, I don't remember what I got. Leave it in my room. I'll check it out. So obviously, now she's going to have the red one for Christmas. So, yeah.
Unless for whatever reason she hears this. Now she's spoiled.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, by the time this comes out, it'll probably be
you'll be
Christmas.
fine.
Yeah, you'll be
You'll
good.
be fine.
Yeah, there you go.
At worst, she'll find out about it a week beforehand on the off chance she hears this. I don't
think you did.
What?
Because you had the bags you gave to my sister.
The bag that I gave to your sister?
Yeah, the little like complimentary goodie bag.
Oh yeah, with all the like face care stuff and shit that I wasn't gonna use.
Yeah,
and I was like, yeah, give it to your sister. She'll like it.
But I just gave it to her. And I'm just like, oh yeah, just like a service kit for like your accident shit. Complimentary of NJ. My sister got into a car accident.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And she was so over the moon about it. She was like, oh my god, this is so sweet.
See, it's like shit like that.
She sent me a message. She's like, thank you. And I'm like, no problem, big dog. I got you. I got you.
It's shit like that where it's like, it's not about the money.
Yeah.
But the fact that...
Because that one was literally not... I did not buy it. I got it as like... Fucking, where did I get it? It was C&E.
Yeah.
Remember when we went to that Shoppers, like, thing that they had and they had the 3D camera?
Oh, and they just gave it for free.
And they gave you a bunch of free shit. I got it from that. And I just don't use it, right? So I'm just like, well, who the fuck am I going to give this to? And it was just laying in my room.
You have a sister.
You have a sister?
You
Her
have
birthday's
a girl
coming
in
up?
family.
There you go.
See, it's shit like that where it's like, it's the sentiment behind it, and it's like,
exactly.
you know that the person's gonna appreciate it.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
why you do it, not just because like, oh, I want you to like me, or I want you to love me, or
Because
whatever.
I don't think I get them a gift for that reason, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I would want to get people gifts that they actually want. Sometimes I do run out of ideas. I'm not gonna lie. There are times where I get... My go-to gift for a lot of my friends is, like, cute plushies. Because a lot of my friends like cute plushies.
I just bought one yesterday.
Yeah, see,
it
as
just
you can
works.
tell from the multiple...
Everything in your room.
Yeah, I have a lot of cute plushies in my room. I wish I had more room for them, because I want more, but I don't have space for more. So if you're trying to get me something for my birthday, don't get me cute plushies, because I don't know where to put them.
Shit.
I don't know.
You do have room, it's just optimizing it.
Yeah, your room is
Do not...
I have, on my
It's
bed,
true,
I have like
there is
10
this.
plushies.
Perfect.
Oh, man.
You
Like...
sleep it all in.
Yeah, it's like, okay, good night, good night, good night.
Did you not hear her say how physical touch was her love language? You guys are gonna give me everything I can't have right now.
Okay, go back to the story. So,
Okay, yes.
Oh, right, yeah.
this bitch
Wait,
is crazy.
hold on,
Yeah.
hold on,
What?
hold on. We will take a quick break because it's already hit the 20-minute mark. We will come back, and there might be an ad playing in between this. I don't know. We'll see. There we go. And we're back. All right, hit me with that second part of that story.
Okay. Some of you may remember me from my last post. I've been doing tons of research on this testing thing. I didn't know it was this widespread, apparently. People think it's okay.
Did it ever say where this guy was from?
No.
Okay, sorry, go on. I was curious if this is like a North American thing or like from a different country.
Right. It's not. It's hurtful to the person you're testing and the relationship.
No fucking
I know you tried to whisper it, but they heard it.
Out of all these articles, only one says that people should stop doing it. When you just Google testing your partner to see how they'll react, it's articles on articles about the best way for women to test men. The one article I found of men testing women was still geared towards women, saying if you spot your man doing this, run. Or if you can tell this is happening, here's how to turn the tables, etc.
Turn the tables?
Yeah. But the rest of them geared towards women should just test him like this. What kind of double standard shit is this?
I feel like he isn't even mad about the shit testing. He's just mad there's not ways for him to do it.
For him to do it back.
He's just like, this is bullshit.
Just keep flipping it back on me. For those curious about the update, I'll link the original post below, but we stayed up till 2 a.m. last night talking. I'm still not getting anywhere in terms of her thinking it's completely fine and normal even to treat
fucking
someone like this.
batshit crazy.
Yeah, seriously. Seems pretty set on that, so I just told her that I love her, but I can't be with someone that does these tests. I need honesty, not deceptive. Tell me if you want something. I'm not a fucking mind reader. If you think you can do that, then fine, we'll work it out. If not, then I'm gone. Thank you to the several blah 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 blah. Secret testing your partner is evil, toxic, and manipulative.
Yep.
Men and women need to cut that shit off.
Facts. Damn.
Agreed.
Spin.
Yeah.
Man may not have his English down, but he's spitting facts.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, this whole, like, this girl going on whatever her fucking, was it shit testing or whatever? No, that's just a huge alibi, a reason for her to get out of something she clearly doesn't want, and it's a giant excuse.
I mean, like, hear me out. I'm sure there's different situations for different people, but when you're in a relationship with someone, I'm assuming the thought of spending time with them is like a huge positive in your mind. The thought of doing things with them is a huge positive in your mind.
Should be.
Should be.
Not always the case.
Yeah, but I feel like if it's getting to the point where it's not always the case, there's an issue that needs to be addressed.
And, like, I think it goes back to, obviously, the guy said it. It was, like, if she's feeling away, or if anybody's feeling away, it's, like, talk about it.
Yeah.
And, but, literally, she decided to do the complete opposite. And not tell him, and then do this fucking test, which is so bullshit.
Yeah.
So bullshit.
It's like, let me take away the thing that you love. Just because I think you're just wanting sex from me. Like,
but here's the thing. And I feel like a lot of guys, especially guys with high sex drives, can attest to this. Because I've definitely had conflicted feelings in the past before. Where I'm just like, I feel like I want to pipe all the time. But it's not that. It's just that I want to pipe. Like, I already have a high libido.
Yeah.
But on top of that, you're with that person that makes you feel that way. And you're just like, well, now I want to pipe even more. Like,
and, like, okay. And I've also heard of scenarios and, like, whatever, where, yeah, you're with a partner or whatever, and both your love languages are either, you know, not the same or whatever. It's like, that's where it goes back to that missing piece of the puzzle, communication.
Yeah.
Talk to the person and then see what it is you can do, either to compromise, to figure it out, to see something that I've learned over time. It's like, through the relationships I've been, it's like, it's not about one person being right or wrong, but it's figuring out, okay, I see it from your point of view, and, like, this is how I feel so that you can see it from my point of view.
100%.
And then the idea of a relationship is that you work it out.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, clearly this bitch is fucking crazy. And it's like, no.
Yeah, from, like, his point of view, it's like she hasn't communicated about any
at
of
all.
these issues.
And she's so set on this, like, oh, like, if you just love me for sex. Bitch, he's obviously trying to figure this out, being, like, talking to you, asking you what's wrong, and, like, trying to understand the situation.
But he can't understand off of nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting nothing.
He's literally just like, hey.
He's just dead set on, oh, no, this is what the test says, or, like, whatever.
And it's just like, excuse me, miss.
Bitch, are you new to the internet?
Like, because I feel like, here's one thing that I always see as an issue, is, like, one person will have, like, the love languages of, like, physical touch and quality time. Another person will have I don't know, fucking words of affirmation
Yeah.
and like acts of service. So even though they're both giving their love languages the way that they like it, that's not how the other person likes it.
Yes.
So that's where the communication is important. So you guys both understand, like one partner understands, hey, even though your love language is words of affirmation and acts of service, mine's are physical touch and quality time. So those are the things that make me feel loved. And I now understand that for you, it's words of affirmation, acts of service. I can start doing those things now to make you feel loved.
Yes.
Because it's just a matter of communicating what you want from the relationship so that you can start to give those things back to each other.
Exactly.
And that's what's going to make you both very content.
Can I take that point that you said? And again, as a teacher, I always, it's all connected.
Oh yeah, that's true. You probably hear this from a lot of students. You probably get a bunch of different points of views too.
But yeah, points of view. But then no, even in my personal experience in terms of like my professionalism and what I do as a living, right? So I realized very quickly, in terms of like, you know, getting my degree and all that shit. So I grew up one way, right? Like the very stereotypical strict Asian parents. Like I got the shit beat out of me because I didn't understand math.
Oh,
it was like,
that.
why the fuck don't you understand it? And I would just cry and because I didn't get it, right?
What's 3 times 3?
Wrong answer.
Yeah. So like I understood that that's the way I learned,
yes.
right? I was very much, and that's how I was then successful with my own education. Very old school, rote memory, la da 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 da.
Do everything yourself.
Right? And
It
so
was
then,
a lot of self-teaching now that I think about it.
I think it's especially common for our older siblings.
Damn, fuck.
I don't know about
I
you
hate
guys,
this shit.
but your parents also like make you like teach your younger siblings how to do shit. Yeah.
I was the oldest, so then I had to raise my sisters.
Yeah.
Because we have a giant age gap between us. Like, I'm 15 years older than my youngest sister.
Yeah.
So,
Damn,
exactly.
Your dad's pull-out game is trash.
And so then...
Well, it's kind of like, it's off on random days. Just
so,
15 years.
I feel like at a certain point, just cut the tubes, bro. Like, just cut the tubes.
No, it's like, I'm lucky enough. It's been a while.
Oh my god. So then I realized then in teaching my sisters, because for a very long time I was teaching them, and like both my sisters, or at least let's say my middle sister, her and I learn in completely different ways. While obviously, you know, lots of childhood trauma there, but like I then excelled in that.
Yeah.
Whereas then trying to teach my middle sister, she would just cry, and then I would get frustrated. I'd be like, why don't you get it, right?
I'm turning into my parents.
Why don't you understand? Oh, wait, no.
And so, legit, we're laughing about it, but, like, legit, and I was like, oh, shit, like, she's
it's a cycle.
clearly not getting what I'm giving.
Yeah.
So then now I take that into my profession.
Ooh.
And so I know and I understand, like, when we go through teachers college, they teach us there's different learning styles, right?
Yes,
Some
there
people are
is.
visual learners. Some people are kinesthetic learners. Some people are auditory, visual, whatever, right?
I don't know. I imagine you went to teacher school and they were teaching you the same way. Come on, teach properly.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
But that's the thing.
But yeah, no, that's
when
true.
we grew up, I don't know about your guys' experiences, but something I self-reflected, you know, I love my job, and I realized that's what the system does and has been doing with the generations of teachers before, like maybe I would say kind of this generation.
Yeah.
It was like, that's however these people learned, that's then how they taught. And it was like, if the kid didn't fucking get it, it's like, well, you're the problem.
Your problem, yeah.
Something that I tell my kids at the beginning of every year or semester or whatever, we talk about, you know, my classroom rules, respect, responsibility, and results. I tell them that it's their responsibility for their learning, right? Especially because I teach high school. I'm like, you have to become responsible for your learning. You're not babies anymore. I'm not going to treat you like a baby.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm your teacher, and it's my responsibility to teach you in a way that you understand. And that's something I took, especially with my experience with my sisters, right? Even though I learned in one way, I realized that not everybody's the same.
Yeah.
And so it's my job to figure out how is it that this kid or whoever learns so that I can adapt.
Yeah.
Right? And older teachers don't do that. Because they're like, well, this is how I did
set
it.
on their ways.
Yeah, and they're like, well, if you don't get it, that's a you problem. Right? And so, like, you're saying about love languages, and that makes complete sense. It's like, okay, you give that way, but does your person receive that way?
Yeah. It's, I think, even when it comes to, like, different styles of learning, I would say I don't know if it's ironic. Maybe it's not the same for other people, but I feel like I also learn better doing the thing. So tactile learning, right?
Exactly.
Which complements very much the style of like the type of love that I like to receive, which is physical touch. So like it kind of goes hand in hand.
Everything
Literally.
in life is
It
connected.
just connects, yeah.
So I'm
makes
just like
sense.
I wonder if the students that you teach are in a similar manner where they're just like the things that I like to receive as love is also the way I like to learn. So
that'd be
students,
interesting.
right? Somebody get on a study for that shit. Like,
I can do another master's.
put my
on it.
idea on that shit. Yeah, do your masters and do that shit.
My second one, thank
Yeah,
you.
there you go.
I already got one, by the way.
Yeah, please.
My bad. Listen, we have a fucking master over here.
Genius.
Fucking out here making her parents okay with her existence. Oh, you got a master's?
Approximate approval.
Whatever. I got a master's when I popped out of the womb, but whatever.
Jesus.
But yeah, no, they were. I wonder if that's also something like kids
Connected, related.
who
Yeah,
like
that'd be
physical
interesting.
touch. They also like learning on a more hands-on level. Kids who like, I don't know, fucking words of affirmation. They like learning through a more vocal style of learning.
Yeah,
I don't know.
auditory learning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
That's interesting.
People that like gift giving, they like copying answers.
Yeah, there we go.
Merry Christmas.
They like cheating.
Could be
Yeah,
fucking hilarious.
Who knows?
Yo, man, I really hope this guy didn't marry this bitch.
I also hope he cut it
better.
off.
He better have gotten out.
Because if
I mean, the Reddit.
That's wrong on so many levels.
I feel like it's just wrong to take away something from your partner that's always kind of just been there, right? Like imagine
Knowingly.
if the situation was switched up and the guy just stopped being emotionally available to his woman. Like, he just took that away from her. He's like, oh, I know you really like being with me emotionally, but is that all you're here? Do you just want my emotional support?
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, no shit. That's part of the relationship. Like, I would understand it differently if she came into the relationship being like, hey, I am asexual. Like, fucking, yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, you brought that up, and that's why I'm like, this is wrong on so many fucking levels. Because when you were reading it the first time through, I was like, okay, mental note, that. She made the fucking comment where she was like, oh, it has nothing to do with you. I've always wanted to do it, like this test or whatever.
Like before,
so this has nothing to do with you. Like,
everything.
I just want to do it. And then she was like, and that's when you brought up the point. It was like, and that was like another thing. It was like, so you made this decision all on your own, and don't get me wrong, my master's is in gender, feminist, and women's studies. I am all about women empowerment, and I don't need your permission.
Yeah.
I'm all about women empowerment, but fuck this bitch.
Yeah, honestly, I'm all about like making my decisions. Like in a relationship, yes, I am an individual, and I have my own agency and autonomy, and I don't need your permission to do things. But when you're in a relationship, you respect each other to be able to communicate with each other. Right? And so this bitch is going on about like, oh, it has nothing to do with you. I want to do it anyways. What the fuck?
You doing it to me.
Yeah.
Involving me. There's a lot of us involved in situations.
That means you should have fucking talked about it.
Yeah.
I feel like, because, yeah, no, if you switched it around, he'd be the bitch in this situation.
Yeah.
Because he'd be like fucking taking away something that he'd always given from the start.
Yeah.
And to just randomly take it away for a shit test
You
makes
know
you a bitch.
You know what I also thought when just thinking that? It was like she did it or whatever without telling him. And I was like, okay, like, you know, that's very deceptive, like he said. It's like lying. And then I'm like, wait a minute, what about like, you know, when you're in a relationship and are there moments where like it's okay to lie? And the only times I can ever say yes to that is like if you're throwing a fucking surprise party or some shit.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's good intentions.
Yeah,
behind
it's
it,
like, okay, I lied about where I was because I was picking up a gift, or like, because this is the plan, it's a surprise. Not to fucking lie and be like, I'm gonna like, what, test
Fuck with
you?
your
Yeah, I'm
feelings.
gonna like mess with you? Like, what?
I'm gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
Just fuck with you.
Like, that's messed up.
Yeah,
Seriously.
no, it is.
Yeah, I really hope he cuts the wedding off.
Yeah. And
Speaking-
I'm very interested, sorry, you said, okay, questions about, like, you know, maybe where are they geographically located?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And, like, whatever. I'm also wondering, because, again, saying about, like
what the culture could be. Right?
Exactly.
Oh, shit.
The culture involved in that, because, again, in terms of culture and, like, mental health and, like,
the fucking vape in my house, youngster.
and all these things, I'm wondering, like, if culture is an aspect of this, too.
Maybe, but even then I'd be like, what culture really promotes this, right?
All the Asian ones.
Oh shit! Oh, friendly fire!
Because they don't. I say that just fucking around, but like it's because they don't know how to communicate.
Oh, then I could add any culture. It really depends on like what generation.
Yeah.
Because I feel like certain generations don't know how to communicate. I feel like the younger generations are much better at communicating
100%.
than older generations have ever been.
You know what I also, and this is like something I've said also.
Oh, what's that face? What was that face?
Her number one love language was receiving gifts.
Bitch was probably pissed off because he wasn't buying her gifts.
And that was
we had this whole talk about like, well, I mean, what if it's sentimental? But like the way she talks and the way she acts.
Sex because he wasn't fucking buying her shit.
Yeah.
Fucking buying her Prada and whatever the fuck.
Bullshit.
God.
I'm out of here.
But that's another thing. It's just like you don't withhold love languages from your partner. If you know your partner...
Clearly she's like toxic as fuck.
Yeah, no. But like any situation, if you know your partner enjoys words of affirmation, just because you're fucking... Like if you guys are having a fight, I'm sure shit gets said. Like you guys resolve it like adults.
Yeah.
You talk about it, you figure it out. But you don't hold that love language over them like a fucking... Like a threat. Like if you don't...
I'm sorry. You realize we speak from a point of view where we are rationalized beings.
For sure.
They clearly don't have that mentality.
Yeah.
And so what they're doing just makes sense.
Yeah. Because it's just like, oh, you like this thing? Well, if you don't do the things that I want, I'm not going to give it to you anymore.
Oh my god, what does that sound like?
That sounds toxic as shit.
Like my ex-wife.
Oh my god, like your experience.
No, I was just gonna say just before about like what was it? I think it was the mental health we were saying.
Yeah.
And it was like something now that as like a young adult, something that I really do attest to and believe in is that you're right, the older generations, right? And I'll say here, obviously, it's not just one culture. It's just everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
White, Asian, black, brown, whatever the fuck.
Yep.
It's like something that I kind of come to realize, whether it's true or not, it's just an educated guess or opinion, where the older generation, it's not for the fact that they didn't have mental health or go through mental health in terms of anxiety, depression, whatever the fuck. But at that time in their lives, otherworldly things were happening, and like their main survival wasn't, or their main like issue wasn't talking about mental health, but surviving bombs falling out of the sky, or poverty, or, you know, whatever else, right?
Illnesses and whatnot.
The plague and whatever the fuck. So that
malaria.
That generation coming through now, it's like they never had the tools or the vocabulary. They were never taught to deal with, let's say, mental health. And like now, because over the last like decade or so, mental health
has only been introduced.
Yeah. Mental health has become a huge thing in education, where we're talking about the mental health of kids. That was never talked about before. Yeah. Right?
When we were in school, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't a thing.
We didn't have
but
that.
Now we have like a whole mental health like week or month or whatever, and talk about like all these things. And it's like, it's not for the fact that the older generations never went through it. It's just, I believe to say they never had the, I don't want to use the word luxury or privilege, but they just never had the opportunity to learn the vocabulary, to learn the techniques, to talk about it, the tools to talk about these things. Yeah. They were worried about fucking dying. Yeah. Right? And so now, it's like, it's not our fucking fault we were born in this country. Like, I was born in Canada. I've never had to deal with war, right? Nope. Yeah. I'm not worried about fucking bombs or napalm falling out of the sky and killing us. So, our set of issues that we're dealing with now, like, we have the time to actually explore have the opportunity
now.
I think it would go back to, like, I forgot what the fucking thing is called. It was, like, way back in psychology class. But it was, like, some pyramid of needs. It was some fucking psychologist professor's, like, pyramid of needs. And it starts off with the most basic needs, like food, water, shelter. And then after that, it's survival. And then after that, it's, like, companionship. And then after that, it's, like... Fucking hold on! I've
seen memes of it.
See?
Like people have scratched it out, and it's just like pussy. It's like always pussy.
Maslow's pyramid of needs.
Yeah. That's hilarious because the reason why I'm familiar with that is because we have fucking Maslow's chart in education too.
All right, well there you go. But like that's what I'm looking at this, and it's like it sounds a lot more like what our parents had to deal with, and like those older generations, were physiological needs, like 100. Food, water, shelter, 100%. Clothing, sleep, like the bare bones needs, and then on top of that, safety and security. Yeah. Which would be like their health, their property, their social ability, like all of that, like their family status, shit like that. Those were the important things in their time. Yeah. But us being born, having those things already, those things kind of already like taken care of, we kind of moved on to like the next thing, which would be the love and belonging. So the friendship, the intimacy, the sense of connection and shit. And then on top of that, self-esteem. Yeah. That's another one. And then self-actualization, where you become the Buddha. So Nirvana. Yeah. Sweet. But I feel like that's exactly going back to what you were saying, where it's just like they were dealing with like I need to survive other things, so they can't really focus on those needs if the most basic ones aren't fulfilled.
And see, that's the thing. So when we talk about like mental health now in education, it's like so many of our kids, depending on where you teach, right? Geographic location makes a big deal. Socioeconomics makes a big deal, right? If you got kids coming into school fucking, I don't know, from like abusive families or broken families, or, you know, I don't know, they're not being fed or whatever the fuck. Yeah. It's like they are not going to be able to focus. They are not going to be able to get what they are supposed to get out of the education. And so much of a teacher's job now is literally at times, it's like teaching is like a plus. It's like, I need to take care of you and your well-being first.
Yeah, otherwise you're not going to focus in class.
Exactly. 100%.
If you're fucking going to class and you're just starving because you haven't eaten anything, you're going to focus in class? Fuck no. Yeah. If you're like fucking like going to school in like 2 t-shirts and it's fucking freezing outside, you gonna focus in class? No.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's like you need to have those needs met before school can even be a priority for you.
It's wild. Yeah. It's literally the Wild West sometimes out there.
Should be crazy. Anyway, that's been another episode of In Denial with your boy Nejay and Kiyan, and thank you very much, Tina, for coming on today. Lots of fun.
Thank you.
And yeah, you got another razzle dazzler for us today, Kiyan. You got another one of your funny ha-has.
I caught my girlfriend fucking with her personal trainer. This isn't working out.
I get it. I hate that I get it. Okay, bye.
Bye.